What's happening? You now tuned in to Video Wayne, aka Michael Jordan of this camera. You know what it's hitting for? Magnolia Levee. Scory!
It is, bro. Back, man.
What's up?
The people wanted it, you know?
Believe that.
They'll get it every time. Let's start off with something you just mentioned ago. I don't know if it's all record, but you had mentioned that Larrell don't like to do interviews and stuff. What's that all about?
He just on his family time right now. He'll do an interview, for certain people, but he's just on his family time right now. And, I talk to Rel every other day, if not every day, you feel me? But he on his family time right now,
Gotcha.
It ain't that he don't do it, he just, in a different space right now.
Mm-hmm. Mature, much more mature than a whole different
Yeah, on top.
Say, let's go into, you showing me the photos. The phone.
Photos, yeah.
We have some shit. I'm talking about the pics. You want to go through them.
Oh yeah.
So we got some pictures. We got some shit that everybody don't have. That nobody got right now.
Yeah, we got pictures of.
People talk about it, but.
This like right when I think this right after Smoked Out wound up falling apart because they show him wind up getting locked up. So at that point, Derrick was like switching labels and looking around for a label, and he really wanted to do something by his own self. But him being in the streets and out the tent while his partner, Scory, Buch, and Chuck and them, they always wanted to start their own label too. So at that point in time, Derrick was like, let's do a label, and they started the Undisputed. And
Scory, Buch, and Chuck, they partners. Yeah,
all of them grew up. Scory, Buch, Chuck, and Derrick, all of them basically grew up in the tent world.
Okay.
And this is...
Also, Undisputed, man, don't you know all this time I thought Undisputed was born out the Magnolia?
No, Undisputed is basically Derrick, Buch, Scory, and Chuck. And the financial side was mainly Scory, Derrick, and Buch.
Okay.
And it started, and they had Chaotic was also over there before me, you feel me, before I came to the label. And it's just it was basically we was piggybacking off of everything Darrell and Deshaun had that Smoked Out.
That smoke folks,
Oh no, that's good. You good. That we just piggybacked off of everything from Smoked Out, just went straight over to Undisputed.
Gotcha. And so that's the relation to him, Smoked Out. So, and I know you kind of explained it in the last one too. You said Deshaun had Smoked Out, and
Deshaun had Smoked Out records, and he wound up getting locked up when he wound up going to the feds, and that's when we was just out lingering and doing mixtapes and stuff like that. And that's when Scory was like, he wanted to get out of the streets, and Derrick was already was popping in the streets with the Josephine Johnny song and. From being on all the Cash Money songs and being the Fifth Hot Boy.
Derrick came in with Scory?
Derrick came in with Scory, yeah.
Chaotic came in with?
Chaotic came in with Derrick.
Okay.
Yeah. And I had just already been lingering around. At that time, I was messing with the Gotti Boys with their record label. And also, that was Montana Lack, which I'm always be connected to them from the Made Figure record label, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so at that point, we was just all lingering around and just going to one studio off of, I think it's off of Franklin Avenue or either Banks or something like that. And we all just keep on going to the same studio, and that's when me and Derrick linked back up. And Chaotic was already over there with Undisputed.
Okay.
And once I went to going, Larrell went to going. And that, we all back in the same motion again.
Mm-hmm. Can you show us
oh yeah.
Who that back
the label, this is Scory. This is Scory right here. And then of course, we got everybody know who this is. This is Derrick. BG Derrick, Fifth Hot Boy. And then we got, let me see. And of course, everybody know who this is, Buch. This is, and then y'all all should know who that is. That's Chuck. St. Thomas Chuck.
Gotcha. All those guys, bro, that you just showed, what they had done?
All of them deceased at this time.
Damn, all of them?
All of them deceased.
Damn, including Derrick.
Including Derrick. But I think the label thing, our motivation with Undisputed was always because of 10 Raw Bub and them, you feel me? Like, Scope was always like a car type dude. He always like luxury cars.
Yeah.
At the moment, I think Deshaun had a Viper, and then right after that, I forgot what type of car Scope was tweaking to get. I think he was trying to get some type of Mercedes-Benz too, because Bub and them had the Benzes, and, you know, Telly Hankton them had the Benzes. Mm-hmm. And one time we went to a concert, and, you know, everybody had on Iceberg and shit like that. Bub and them came up in there with some leather outfits on, black and white, and they had 10 on the back of them. Real leather, you feel me? And from that point on, Scope was like, you know, we got to get it right. We got to move like they moving and have that luxury shit too, you feel me?
See, bro, I definitely want to compare them to the Cash Money Olympics, but before that, let me ask you this. What were they going with? You had Undisputed and you had Smoked Out, but they had joined to one. So what were they going to spearhead the company with?
Say that again?
Undisputed was a label?
Yeah, Undisputed was the label.
Okay, so that's the label that they were going with?
Yeah.
So they got rid of Smoked Out, wasn't no more?
Yeah, Smoked Out at the time, just Smoked Out was in the background because Deshaun was locked up.
Okay, that's what happened. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. And so, all right, so let's say them boys would have stayed together, they would have been strong. What you seen today? Would you see them like on a Cash Money level, or what you making?
I can see them on the Cash Money level, of course, because they already had songs with Lil Wayne and Birdman. Deshaun made it so that we worked with Pimp C. Derrick had a song called Hug the Block with Pimp C. Then we went right back and was messing with Twine them out up in Tennessee with Young Buck and all of them. So the foundation was already there.
And say, bro, with Derrick being Birdman's nephew, I mean, probably wasn't them to it, but okay, let's go. The relationship between Undisputed and Cash Money. And who was Cash Money at the time? Were they?
Yeah.
How was out and all that?
I think no, I don't know if Hot was out of jail at that time.
No, I'm saying was Hot, the song out.
I think so. Yeah, I think that was already had done hit, and Cash Money had done already took off. But Baby was greeting them with open arms because he's actually the reason that they had got a distribution deal with a company. Cause
Birdman is the reason Undisputed got a deal.
Smoked Out got a deal.
Okay.
Smoked Out had got a deal for the drop the whole compilation on. I think it's called Bustin' Getting Paid.
Okay.
And you know Deshaun was on the cover of that, and so he got a distribution deal from a company because he put Birdman and Lil Wayne on that, which that song later became on the #1 Stunner song. If you go back and listen to them verses, that's on the same song as Bustin' Getting Paid. #1 Stunner is the same song as Bustin' Getting Paid, just a different beat and different chorus.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. But as soon as that song was getting heated up and locally gaining, Deshaun went to jail. So that's why Bird just went ahead and did the #1 Stunner and came with the #1 Stunner song.
Did Deshaun ever get paid for it?
Yeah, Deshaun got paid. Deshaun's still getting paid to this day from the song because, you know, each year it's a new platform that opens up with streaming or selling records, and it's already through a distribution company. So every time he come home to a bigger check. With the Cash Money era, that's one thing I can say about Stunner. He kept us in a studio, and there wasn't no limit to what he'll do with the studio. The studio was to keep you out of trouble. And that's the way how Derrick was voted out of being a hot boy, you feel me? Because Derrick was like, he was used like leverage of him being a street dude and be like, man, you ain't really talking that talk because you ain't really doing that to other artists in the group, you feel me? And so that kind of got him voted out of the group because he always wanted to dibble and dab from rap to street just to make sure his credibility was there also. You
see, bro, wait a minute. So you say he was voted out?
Yeah, he was voted out of the Hot Boys.
By other members?
By other members, yeah. Yeah.
And that was due to they felt threatened by it or something?
I think it was just because he was, I don't really know, like, you know, Derrick could aggravate a person, you feel me?
Okay.
And, you know, at that time, you had people dealing with getting loaded and stuff like that, or him coming around and, you know, playing with people and shit like that. Not disrespectful playing with people, but, you know, just getting on people's nerves, you feel me?
Yeah.
And him making people want to do other stuff. Like Derrick really was like.
Were they coming to him? Were they like concerned with letting them know, like, my nigga, calm down?
Nah, it's basically like Derrick would be like, oh, y'all can't go uptown? Nigga, I'm about to go uptown, you feel me? And going back to when I told you how we used to ride the limo service with Stunner and shit like that, those same people had luxury rentals too. That's what we didn't know, but by Derrick building that relationship up with that rental company and that limousine company, he could go get luxury rentals. So he'll be riding around uptown in a bubble line Lexus when nobody don't know that's a rental car. But he had it. So he was able to get those cars and they know who his uncle is, you feel me? So they willing to rent the car to him. Yeah. Then you gotta think, after you piggyback off of that, somebody having a whole Viper. They showing a young dude with a Viper.
At that time?
At that time. And we riding around in Vipers, no licenses and shit like that.
Living the video, like living a video. You know
living a real video, yeah.
Shit, bro. Damn, put them out. I mean, I'm gonna get on, you know. Oh, man. He must have been a hit. Nerve for real,
like, yeah.
Creativity.
Creativity and, no. It's just like peer pressure. Like Derrick could be like, y'all can't go uptown. I'm about to go uptown. So of course Wayne gonna be like, man, I'm going with Derrick. Or either Turk gonna be like, I'm going to ride with Derrick. You feel me? So that basically make them leave the studio and start to look around like, where Wayne at? Wayne in the car with Derrick uptown. You feel me? And he didn't want them to be in that type of environment.
Damn. See, bro, this is a cold lane right here, bro. We never discussed that, like, right? The greatness, you know, Wayne, and, you know, damn, so Wayne looked up to Derrick.
Yeah, of course. Because Derrick was more in the street than any one of us. You feel me? Derrick was, because he had access, you feel me? You got to think he got Day behind him, and he got Scory and Derrick and all of those other hustling dudes behind him, you feel me?
Damn, I remember Mike Lee saying, when he stayed, oh, he was talking about somebody else, I'm tripping out. Okay, now I'm trying to think about something else, but because you mentioned Turk too. How was Turk and BG there for this shit?
They was real close. Like me and Turk was more closer than Derrick and him. But I talked to Turk on yesterday, and we talked about when Derrick got voted out of the group, and he was like he was getting a lot of backlash because of that, because he said that. But it was only the truth. Like, but you know, it wasn't like they just wanted him out the group for a certain reason. It was just like, you know, just like they felt like he was the one that was a bad influence over them.
Damn, bro. Shit.
The only reason I probably think that I was allowed around so much is because I was off of Willow Street. Beazle know me, and you know, and plus Juve and my uncle Zoe hung together. So you know, Juve gonna take a liking to me too. And Juve used to cut hair. Turk started cutting hair. Shit, I used to go by Turk. Whenever Rusty couldn't cut my hair, or I didn't have enough of money to get my hair cut by Rusty, I'll go by Turk and pay $3. And they actually stay around the corner from each other, you feel me? And Juve cut on the same porch with Rusty. And so, you know.
How much Rusty was showing?
At that time, 15? I think, yeah, probably like 15, and you gotta think, and I'm just a young kid, I'm paying $3 and still getting the same haircut. And at that time, it was, for a rapper, you really wanted to have
you said the same haircut, so Turk cut?
Yeah, Turk cut.
Who you think cut better, Turk or Juve?
Juve, you know, Juve and Rusty, they had them mastered the craft, you feel me?
Damn.
Because a lot of people don't be knowing, like, I saw somebody ask me online, what's the TC? And a lot of people don't know that's the Tyler Diner Court, when Juve be like, from Willow to the TC or whatever in songs. And they don't know that stand for Tyler Diner Court.
Yeah, I heard you mention TCC.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man, that's amazing. That's crazy. So they was cutting hair up into the Hot Boys phone though.
Yeah,
it was like a side hustle and stuff.
That was cutting hair up into the Hot Boys phone to Juve Pop. Yeah. Even Soulja Slim cut hair before. A lot of people don't know Slim was a barber too. Like that was the thing for a rapper to do before he became, you know, before he got popular or whatever. You feel me?
Up until the point KL came got him.
Yeah. Even during some time when Slim was already popping in rap, he still a cut hair. Just to show, you know, Slim was a stunner too. Like, I don't know, it's just something about New Orleans people, like they always got a stunt. Cause if you'll be doing something to your hair, Slim will be like, man, come sit down, man, let me show you how to do this. and a show off that he still got his barber skills and shit like that. You feel me?
Yeah. Damn, bro.
Like, man,
that's beautiful.
like we all have somewhere in time where we bump heads and still laugh about shit. Fuck, Slim done put me out his Cadillac trucks. I think Slim had just got some rims put on his Cadillac truck from him. I think the guy name was Mooney or Mark, and they had some rims or something, and Slim got it put on his truck. But Slim had the truck sitting on Willow with the windows down bumping the sound, and he was bumping his Nas song. And I walked up and I was like, man, why you don't put Jay-Z on? And Slim was like, man, get out of my truck. We ain't playing no Jay-Z in this shit because Slim was a big Nas fan. And the dude literally left me on Willow because I wanted to play Jay-Z, you feel me? They was like, man, we ain't listening to all that study shit, you feel me?
You get nervous.
Yeah, because Slim was more like a grimy type person. And he took to Nas more than he took to Jay-Z. But me being young, I'm looking at Money Ain't a Thing and the commercial song Big Pimpin' and shit like that. I'm like, man, I'm a Jay-Z fan. Still was like, man, get out of my truck, man. We ain't playing that shit up here.
There's a few more things I want to touch up on too, like I want to come back because I want to talk about the Pimp C song with Undisputed, and I want to talk about more about the voting Derrick out.
The voting Derrick out?
Yeah, niggas got together, said it was gonna be a meeting without Derrick, and everybody got to the table and said, let's just
I don't think it was.
Niggas just going to Birdman complaining about it?
I don't think it even was no complaint. I think it was just a popped up question of like where you was yesterday, Turk, and they'll be like, oh, I was uptown. Who you was with when you was uptown last week? I was with Derrick. Derrick gave me a ride home. Or either they'll come right back and be like, well, Wayne at? Man, Wayne riding with Derrick somewhere. They with some little bras or whatever. Because Derrick got rentals. Derrick got rental cars, you feel me?
When he's young and they want to be with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so ultimately it was Birdman's decision. Birdman seeing this shit and he just made a decision that
I don't want to just put all the weight on Bird because even Turk said they voted him out, you feel me?
okay.
And because me and Turk talked about that like last week sometime on his live, and he was like, a lot of people was mad about him saying that, but they voted him out.
But Turk had already mentioned it.
Yeah.
Okay. So when they voted Derrick out, was Juvie already a part of the group?
Yeah, Juve was already part of the group.
So the Hot Boys was going to be fine, man?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's powerful. Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was about to be
if you go back and listen to some of the songs, you'll hear Derrick on some of the songs. Sugar Slim and Baby, Out the Charges Threw Away, that's Derrick on that song. Derrick got at least like 5 songs with the Hot Boys. From off of Big Timers to the Hot Boys album.
that they was already recording.
That was already put out as the Hot Boys.
Okay. And it's online right now?
Yeah, it's online right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any songs that come to mind that you definitely should check out, that they definitely should check out as far as Derrick being a group of them? That's beautiful. They got songs that being a Hot Boy. Yeah, they got all of them rapping on that together.
Yeah, Sugar Slim and Baby, Out the Charges Threw Away. I think it's Millionaire Dreams, Derrick on that. Okay. With Cadillac, and then you got songs that he on with Baller Blocking on the soundtrack, which he even had parts in the movie Baller Blocking. If they go back and look at Baller Blocking, they can see Derrick in the song. In the video Number One Stunner, when Stunner walked up to the van and was like, I'm trying to get the whole grill blinged out, you can see Derrick in the back with Cedric the Entertainer. But Derrick always wanted to make sure that himself stood out from everybody else. Because when everybody else was wearing the t-shirts and the jeans, he'll wear that, but he always wanted to double back with luxury shit like Iceberg and, all the popular clothes and shit like that.
What actually happened? Did Birdman give him a call and just let him know you out of?
I think they just went to moving around with different studios. They'll just switch dates and shit like that, going to a festival or either 33 St. Charles.
So they just basically started avoiding them?
Yeah, just basically started avoiding them, shit like that. Even with me, you feel me? Even with me, like sometimes, I could catch up with them and sometimes I couldn't. Or either I'll come to the studio and the studio's so big, if nobody don't answer the door, you figure nobody not there. So, so it's easy. It's always a way to cut you off being them, you feel me?
And so what happened? How did Derrick take that and how did he start moving? That's what sent him to Undisputed?
That's what just sent him to being his own person and wanting to do his own thing, and Deshaun and him being a street dude, and Deshaun wanted to clear his paperwork and get out of the streets too, and that's what Smoked Out was formed at. And plus we had another guy from out the tent wall who was already pushing for to get his own label, Relic Records, with Big Head Brian and Kiefer. So, and that's when we just started recording by Fire on the Bayou, this guy named V up in the East. We started recording over there, and that's when everything went into motion. And we found out that it was real because I think Bird was realizing Derrick was really starting to take the music serious, because he doubled back and told Deshaun he wanted to do a song with Birdman and Wayne, and Deshaun paid the money. And that's when Bird was like, oh, he really a hustler, you feel me? And respected him for what he did.
Right. So Derrick would have died, you think at some point he would have been back on board with family?
I don't think being back on board, you're never off a board. Like Stunner always, you wouldn't even know Magnolia Levee if it wasn't for Stunner, you feel me? Like Stunner always have a hand in everybody from New Orleans. Man, New Orleans is a small place. We all know each other. Our uncles know each other. We know who the OGs is and who, So it's never like we not on perk with each other, you feel me? We might don't talk in a long time, but when you run into that person, then you chop it up like it was yesterday. And he understand how it goes, you feel me?
Right, real shit. Big news, BG coming home. Birdman, hot going, seeing the thing. What you think about? What you take on that?
That's hot Chopper City, you feel me? You already know that's law, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's family right there, right?
Yeah, that's family. That's always.
Because it was talks about, and I think I just wanted to elaborate on the part, because it talks about, Gucci offering a meal. And there's a lot of things that didn't go online as far as people saying that they were offering Gil BG to have him come to their team. Yeah. But then the big thing was, the importance was for him to go home, him to go to Birdman.
Yeah.
But I forgot who I was interviewing, and he was like, well, shit, it depends on what home got for him,
Yeah.
So I just wondered what you thought about that, about him going to Cash Money versus him going these other labels,
But it's different ways now. It was only you signed to a record label and they get you a deal. Now you can sign to your own label and get a distribution deal through Cash Money, or you could get other things, publishing or management through Cash Money. So it's still to bring them to the same board, you feel me? So now it's more business wise and whatever works for you, you feel me?
Yeah. I didn't think about that, right? Because he was signed Chopper. He had his own label.
Yeah, he had his own label, which was Chopper City, and Koch was the distribution team at that time. Right. And then you double back, he had.
So it's not like he needs somebody. It's not like he needs somebody, right?
Yeah, it's not like he needs nobody. Yeah. Basically,
then he can sign himself as an artist.
Yeah, he can sign himself, and he can use them for distribution or management. So it's always a way around it, a table, or it all depends about who he want to be with and what he want to do and what he look for in his future. Because he also got sons too that's doing music, so you never know like what he want to do with them or what he coming home to. You feel me?
But you think as far as an artist, you think he's gonna fuck with Cash Money?
Oh yeah, he gonna always be attached to Cash Money. Then you gotta look at if he does when he does come home, you gotta look at the Hot Boys reunion tour. All that's out there. Then he still got old songs with Gar Snipe and me on some of the songs.
A lot of ain't been released.
Yeah. Then you still got some songs that may have not been released with him and Soulja Slim recorded together.
We talk about Pimp C.
Pimp C.
Yeah. And how that song come about? That was a big thing. Then or now, Pimp on your song, that's a big thing. So.
The original song, I think it had Chaotic on it.
What was the name of it?
On Hug the Block. Okay. The original song had Chaotic on it, and at that time, Deshaun just was pushing for a nationwide to reach everything, and we found out that Houston was like the #1 place for underground music for selling tapes out the trunk and shit like that. Okay. So he was like, let's reach out to Bun B. But when he reached out to Bun B, I think he was in New Orleans. But at that time, he was actually leaving from New Orleans because he had just did something on the Big Timers album or something with Bird and him. Yeah. And so they wind up on he was like he couldn't make it. So they was like, we just gonna get Pimp to drop his verse. And they wired the money over, and Pimp did the music and sent it back over.
Gotcha. So he didn't record it together. Pimp did his verse in Houston.
Yeah, Pimp did his verse. I don't even think it was in Houston. I think it probably was in New Orleans too at festival.
Okay.
And then Derrick doubled back and went to Houston because we got a partner out there that lives up in Houston still now, TC. Mm-hmm. And he was connected to Houston and he was connected to Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, because nobody ever talk about that.
Because BG Derrick got a song with the guy TC from Houston, and Derrick and Jizzle got a song with the dude TC that was coming out on his album.
Did Derrick and Pimp form a relationship?
Yeah.
When he was tired.
Yeah, man. Once you get someone, and you know, in those days, once you get paid for a feature or whatever, you know, you're gonna automatically be like, man, who this is that got enough of bread to do this? You feel me? And they young. And then you got Deshaun, which I'm saying again, riding around in a Viper and pulling out big whips. Ain't too many people doing that. You feel me?
See, we didn't talk much about Chuck. Right? What was his position in?
Chuck was just more like the person that could get Derrick to be on time and keep Derrick out the way. Like he was more like he was always there. Like he was always like, if I can't go, he'll be there, you feel me? And he'll be like, oh man, you know we gotta go back to the studio at such and such time. So if they wanted Derrick somewhere on time, they pretty much basically let Chuck get him there. Cause Chuck got some type of relationship with him where he'll be like, man, I'm over here, and he pulling up for Chuck, you feel me?
Okay. It was different with him.
Him and Scory. Okay. Like Scory, you know, Scory moved on his own time, cause Scory, like, you know, Scory was a hustler. Man, I remember one time Scory was in a police chase. I'm talking about the random police all the way from the St. Thomas and drove all the way to the Noya and threw a bag out the window. And, you know, they had somebody from the Noya pick the bag up, you feel me? And made it so, like, when he got caught by the police, he didn't catch a gun or a drug charge. He only got a charge for fleeing the police. And that's what kind of love it was going around at that time, because everybody was getting bread and able to spread their wings. And you had Deshaun.
He drew to work, somebody gave it back to him?
Yeah, somebody, you know, when you say, like, when you think of the Magnolia, I'm there, Derrick from the Magnolia, Deshaun hanging in the Magnolia at that time. So of course the arms, the wings was already there.
Yeah. So even if
so even if you go, say like if I'm on a run or something, I could go in the mouth because that's where Larrell at. I know one thing, I tell Larrell I'm coming through, Larrell gonna clear it up, you feel me?
Can we mention what happened to those dudes? Scory and Chuck?
Scory and Chuck, I told you on our last, on the Undisputed 2 compilation, Scory had them put that together and got the album pressed up after Derrick got killed. He was kind of like, you know, like moving in slow motion. It just wasn't himself lately after Derrick got killed, and that being his best friend. And basically that wasn't even his best friend. I'm gonna say his damn near his brother, you feel me? Because they really came up together, and you know how the shit went down with Derrick, he was kind of like moping about it, you feel me? And like, you know, just wasn't being himself. And he was out promoting and, you know, putting up posters and shit on his own now, and was just moving on the grounds of being solo dolo, and got killed putting up posters.
That was recent, right after
Right after Derrick, yeah.
What about Chuck?
I think Chuck wound up dying from natural causes later on down the line, you feel me? And Butch, he wound up getting killed downtown under the bridge by, I think, a popular club called Escape. So that's why I pretty much, you know, like with me, like I'm not really big on clubs like type scene, you feel me? And that's why I just moved the way I move. Like people don't understand it sometimes, like, but I really look at it like, man, I'm really a blessing because I done saw everything that fall apart around me, you feel me? And that just have me now to where I don't do drugs, I don't get loaded, and I'm just, you know, I might have a little fun up here and there, but you know, I'd rather just be somewhere where I can be safe, you feel me?
Yeah, and that makes all sense in the world.
You know, the younger me would have been like, man, the younger me used to be like, oh man, I'm going out that bitch, I got my strap or whatever. And you know, just want to hang in. But now I'm old, I'll be like, man, that's crazy to me that I would want to do something like that, you feel me?
The energy, bro. Say, can you tell me about the chain, bro?
Oh, this Magnolia Levee. That's just my logo for Magnolia Levee.
Let me get that other shot too. You said there's a thumbnail. That's hard.
And I talked to Derrick mom the day before his birthday, and she actually just dropped her book.
Yeah.
And me and her got an understanding with each other about, she had really misunderstood my take on me when I said me and Derrick was riding in a limo and we kept the money for the limo that night. And you know how online people be, is they take a story and just run with it. Mm-hmm. And she really didn't appreciate how that came off, and I actually, I had to chuckle it up and tell her I'm sorry. And I would do that for any one of my friends, mama, and I hope that they would do the same. And I apologize to her about the way, how, people took the story and, flipped it like we stole from Birdman or whatever. But not people not understanding that we as kids, we do crazy things. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And it just wasn't taken like that, for online, or it got back to a certain type of way and she didn't like it. And I had to apologize to her before that. I think I just apologized to her about 2 weeks ago, and we had chopped it up for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, oh, it's beautiful. Man.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Right before his birthday. But I didn't know that she felt that type of way. You feel me? And she see a lot of stuff online.
She called you or you called her?
I called her. Cause I talked to Mighty Lee, for Derrick brother. I talked to him every other day too. But you got a lot of YouTubers now doing stories on everything. And she saw where somebody went to the scene where Derrick got killed at on YouTube. And she was like, he said nothing but good things in that interview about him. And then she said the following week, the same person did an interview and was like, Derrick tried to rob him and stuff like that. And I was like, with online stuff, YouTube now, you don't even have to have the credentials or anything. You just upload anything and people just run with the story from off the hashtag.
Could you mention anything about it? You know what it's about?
I haven't read it. I just know that she explaining how she feel about, growing up, raising her child and missing him and seeing stuff on the internet, that might depict him as a negative person and, coping with his passing after all of these years. And she sees stuff and it triggers her to this day.
Yeah.
And she says she just had got to the point where she able to listen to some of his songs. But one thing I could say that, she when we talked, she was like, she ain't gonna say that Derrick was an angel. She understand like how Derrick grew up and stuff like that. But she still was like, some stuff trigger her, when she sees people talking about her son or when she hears music and shit like that.
That's natural too, bro, for the family. And it's been,
as me being a person I am, I don't even know how to understand because that's her child. You feel me? Right. And I just wanted to do my part to clear some of that up and, put it in the right perspective because I would want somebody to do the same for my mother too. And with the Soulja Slim documentary thing, yes, it was good, but you also had some people like towards the end they might have said like he had relapsed and was getting loaded again, and from me being around him during that time, he wasn't like wasn't back on. Like a lot of people might get that mixed up when they said he was back getting loaded. Like he might have did so like that, but from my knowledge, he wasn't back on.
Right, nothing hard, nothing like that.
Yeah, nothing hard like that.
The basic rap shit, the rappers taking, you said Polo.
Yeah, Polo the photographer, from the New Orleans famous photographer, Polo Slim.
Yeah, so all those pictures, bro, that kind of look the same no matter who in them.
Yeah, that's Polo.
Yeah, talk about it. Where you from?
I don't exactly know what neighborhood. Well, you might as well just say New Orleans, because he's a legendary in the neighborhood. He also got a Reebok deal. He's his manager. I think is Crack Track, which is Law, who basically produced more than half of Soulja Slim and on BG last album that they was gonna put out with Koch. And he also produced the track that I had on the Cutthroat compilation.
Yeah. What's up with Law right now?
Oh man, love good. You know, he got his art studio, and he just had 2 kids. He just been staying out the way, and you know, he coming back with his art gallery and everything, and you know. He just recently had an art exhibit up in New York for Halloween weekend. I talked to Turk recently about that too, about the tour and shit and all that.
Yeah.
You know, he be feeling like he don't get his justice due, but I told him he don't express that. Like, you know, with New Orleans, we big on egos and pride, you feel me? Like, sometimes you gotta tuck that in there, handle the business.
Is Birdman and Turk not seeing eye to eye? They don't know each other?
I don't really know. I can't speak that. I don't know.
Because I never heard anything online about it. That they know each other or don't.
Yeah, that's what she. I don't.
Some things are better left.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't want to speak on their relationship because that's Birdman, his CEO, and that's Turk. He's a hot boy, so you know, I can't really tell you about their relationship.
Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't be on it though.
I don't see neither. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's never not nothing that they can't hatch out. You feel me?
Right.
You feel me?
I'm sure Bird and BG still had things they had to hatch out.
Yeah.
So just a conversation.
Yeah.